Alright, so we made it to Colorado. We made it to the mountains. We drove all day yesterday and we ended up getting in pretty late, but we slept under the stars. And in the morning time, we made sure our bows were sighted in. Then we continued driving in the morning. It's a perfect time of year right now. The aspen trees are changing color and the weather is like perfect. But we drove to a spot we came to last year and we were hiking in and we came across a guy who had shot a 6x6 and we thought that was awesome. And then we kept hiking to this overlook that has a pretty good 360 view of everything around us, and we're going to do some glassing to try to find a group of elk. And we heard a bugle right down the ridge. It's only about 600 yards away, and so right now we're looking at several cows and we got some video of the bull, but we're trying to figure out our strategy on how we can get down there without getting busted and see what happens from there. We've got like 3 hours. What time is it? 2. So 2:30. I mean, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got a lot of time before it starts. He was bugling at 1 o'clock and we watched his cows up from the top for an hour, and they're bedded. So they're just waiting for the evening to come out. Hopefully the wind will hold and that they'll come out towards us. You know, stuff's getting serious when he's putting the moccasins on. We're gonna leave our bags here and see if we can stealth on our way down and get closer. Broke stuff off all the way up to there. It's today, there's 2 more days until the end. Today's Saturday. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so we've got 2 more days. 2 more days until it's over. But we haven't gotten a shot at anything yet. We've gotten close. 80 yards. Michael's 65. Yeah, the other night, whenever we got into those elk, Israel stayed up top and I went down low. And Israel said that I had the bull and 2 cows at like 80, 70 yards. And he was a 7x7 and a nice bull. Yeah, and then, but he must have caught his scent or wind or something. And they came down to me on the lower side, and like they came in within like 65 yards or something. It was like the cows, and the bull was down further, like bugling. It was pretty fun, but it got too dark, and I didn't want to. I don't know. But
anyways, we've been trying to get them for the last few days. No luck, but we've hiked into some really steep country. This is the most level spot we could find. There's rock slides over there, and there's a creek over there that you could. I mean, you could die quick.
We spotted that group on the hillside, and so we followed it all the way across, like to I don't know,
2 miles across Bear Creek, which was suicide.
Yeah,
basically. And we've come back into the bottom. We've come back into the bottom and hoping to run into elk. And last night at like 3, we had 4 or 5 different bulls, like top, bottom, side, everywhere going on. We had a bull about 500 yards up that way, uphill. So sadly, we're gonna have to climb this. And we're gonna try to see if we can hear him, because he was chuckling this morning, but they're not bugling in the morning. They're just making little soft grunts. But at like 3 at night, the bugling woke us up. It was so loud.
Yeah. We hiked over to the far mountainside to try to get into the group we saw on the spotting scope, and we pretty much just hiked until dark and then set up camp on this crazy like hillside. It was interesting. It was a cool view to wake up to, but we slept there, and some rodents were like all around us. Some like nibbled on Israel's feet and like chewed up Sam's backpack strap. So sorry, Sam. And then we saw a few like bear markings, maybe cougar markings on the tree, which was pretty crazy to see.
You have to put photos of those in.
But yeah. So we only got 2 days left, so let's see what happens. Hopefully we make something magic happen.
Hope so. We haven't given up yet.
No. And with that, our trip came to an end. Even though we didn't get anything this year, it was still an amazing and challenging trip, being able to be out in the mountains. And I know that it'll just be that much more of an accomplishment whenever we do come home with something in the future.